What does one say to a 2-year-old child whose mother has been murdered by terrorists in a massacre and whose father is being held captive by terrorists for 107 days? It's unimaginable. Elmog Levy is being cared for by his grandparents. His 32-year-old mother, Einav, was murdered at the Nova Festival on the 7th of October, and his 33-year-old father, Or, was abducted. So for more, we now welcome Michael Levy, brother of Or Levy, who is being held hostage inside Gaza. He joins us from Tel Aviv. What do you say to a 2-year-old wondering what has happened to their parents? I cannot imagine. Thank you so much for speaking to us. What do you share with a child that young?
What can you say to a 2-year-old son who lost his mother? I mean, it's unimaginable. I think it's the toughest thing we had to do, to tell him that his mother won't come back and that his father is held by a monster somewhere in the tunnels of Gaza. He didn't get a hug from his parents for 107 days. I think that's the only thing that we have to remember. And we are trying to show him love and hug him, but it will never be the same as his parents.
It certainly is beyond devastating. Our hearts are with you and your family. How are little Elmog's grandparents handling? How are they managing? One cannot imagine.
We are doing our best. They are doing their best. Just imagine the fact that they have to become parents again after they were already grandparents and they are not used to it. And add to that the fact that they are sad about the loss of Einav, and the fact that they are worried and do not sleep and do not eat because they think about every second of the day. But Almog is bigger than the fact that we have to raise Almog is bigger than us, and we have to be strong for him. I think this is the only thing that helps them wake up every morning.
Certainly the whole nation, the heart of the whole nation is with you and your family. It is a pain that is difficult to comprehend. We're looking at the same time as we're talking to you at these magnificent pictures of Or and Einav. Talk to us about the last confirmation, the last time your family had any contact about Or and the fact that he was abducted and his condition. What is the latest confirmation, verified information that you have about Or?
Unfortunately, the only thing we know about Or is that he was abducted alive and that he wasn't injured. But that's the only thing we know. We are obviously concerned. We know that they have to be back. We have to bring him back. And that's the only message I want to pass to everyone tonight. I want the Prime Minister and the Cabinet and the government to understand that we have no time. We have to bring them back now.
So when there are talks of a deal, and there are recurrent talks of deals, but even as recently as today, what do you make of the efforts to secure the release of the hostages? It's complicated, there's no doubt about it, but what is your sense, your confidence in the decision makers right now, how they are prioritizing getting home all the hostages?
I want to believe that they know that whatever they will achieve in this war won't worth anything if they won't release the hostages. and that they are not back alive. Whatever they will do, that's the only thing that they have to remember now.
You will no doubt know that in recent days there were reports about medicine eventually getting through into Gaza and that it was going to be distributed to the hostages there. Obviously, the huge concern is verified information that it actually does in fact happen. But as a family member waiting for 107 days, talk to us about your thoughts about, firstly, the Red Cross not getting access to any hostages, and secondly, your trust in the process right now that medicines will get to the hostages in captivity right now, 107 days.
Honestly, I have zero trust in both the Red Cross and the fact that they will get their medicines. We are dealing with monsters, and we are dealing with an organization that didn't do anything in order to help the hostages besides driving them from Gaza into Israel when there was the deal. So if this is what the Red Cross thinks they should do, I think they have to think again.
Well, we certainly will be waiting to see some level of confirmation about the follow-up, in other words, the medicines that are supposedly getting there. But again, that proof is something we are all waiting to see firsthand. Tell us a bit about Ora. I understand he taught himself computer programming. He was part of a successful startup. Tell us more.
Always is my little brother, my little genius brother, actually. As the oldest brother, it always amazed me how smart he is and how things that I've worked so hard to achieve, he achieved in a second without even doing too much. He's always happy, always smiling, as you can see on the pictures, always surrounded by friends. An amazing father. I'm sure that he thinks about Almog every day, every second of the day. And I know that he's strong and that he stays strong just because he knows that Almog is there and is waiting for him.
Our thoughts are with little Almog and all your family. We wait for good news. We hope for good news of Ora Levy, that he should be reunited with his son and all your family. Our hearts are with you. Thank you so much for speaking to us, Michael Levy, speaking to us from Tel Aviv. We wait for good news. Thank you very much for speaking to us on I-24 News.
Thank you so much.